Joe, how you guys doing? So, Uncle Steph here. So, a couple years ago, I put out a course called Lizard Wizard, which is a study of your brain, how your brain works, why you make decisions, why everybody makes decisions, your perceptions of reality. I believe in all the courses I made, I think it's the best and most important piece of material I've ever put out. It is foundational to you leveling up. You see, we have this super computer between our ears. Problem is, most people don't know how to operate it. We have two brains. We have our cognitive brain and we have our lower lizard brain. The lower lizard brain is uber powerful. It's not even close. It's not even close. The lizard brain controls all your autonomic functions, your breathing, your heart beating, all the internal organ processes. And more importantly, it controls all the sensory input, what you hear, what you see, what you taste, what you smell. This is all processed by your lizard brain. And the lizard brain uses code, if you will, or scripts or programming that A, comes from genetics, right? We're born with certain dispositions, and which we share with lizards, by the way. And also we're affected by early childhood exposure that will affect our basic perceptions of reality, and of course, new exposures. So what you have to understand is that the lizard brain will literally transform what you think, what you feel, what you see, what you hear, what you taste, based on the parameters I just gave you. This is profound. That's why, we're talking about the recent election. That's why one side thinks that their candidate is amazing and they can do no wrong, and the other side feels the same way. And you got people from side A and side B looking at the exact same circumstance, and they disagree on what they're actually seeing. This is not that one side is lying. It's just that their brains, due to the lizard brain programming that they happen to have, what team you're on and so on, their brains are literally transforming their perceptions of reality. This is key. So why is this key? Because once you understand that, and then you can apply certain techniques and principles towards cleaning up your perceptions of reality so that you have a more accurate understanding of what's going on. When you have that, that elevates you. So there was, in the Western mysticism traditions, and I think in East as well, there was this concept of the magus or the magician. And the idea is that this individual trained really hard to master their environment, themselves, essentially their lizard brain actually. And they have all these exercises and so forth. And once they reach that level of mastery, they become magicians in the sense that they're able to extricate themselves from the impacts of nature. They're able to manipulate and control their environments in accordance to their will. They're not subject to the whims of nature, if you will. Now, this is an ideal, but I can tell you through proper training of the mind and the body, they're interconnected really, you can gradually, step by step, become less impacted by environmental factors around you. It's pretty crazy stuff. And when you get there, and as you get closer and closer to that, you can start to really control the environment around you. Not in a nefarious way, not in a way that you're controlling other people or dominating other people, but just in controlling yourself. So, for example, in one of the martial arts schools we did this body conditioning training. So you'd have to sit there in a horse stance position, and then they would whack you. And there's a set, leg, outside leg, outside leg, hit, slap. The idea behind that was to teach you impulse control and pain reflex control. You see, when you get hit and you feel pain, that tactile sensory input comes into your body, comes in, goes to your brain. Your brain will then say, okay, this is bad, this is good, and it will create the feeling for you. You see some people who actually, because of some, for lack of better terms, a brain defect or they have an accident or something, they can't feel pain. This is very dangerous because the whole point of pain is to keep you from, smashing your brain, your head into something, it keeps you from doing stupid things, like the hand on the hot stove, that example. You put your hand on a hot stove, it pops off real quick. And you're not thinking about it. That's your lizard brain that's doing that. So with this exercise in the martial art, it's Kedge Campbell. I'm a black belt in that. The whole point of that is to make you mentally tougher. Let's go a little deeper. It's teaching you to control your pain reflex. You're retraining the lizard brain to say, hey, we're not going to react using the default behavior, the default scripts, borrowing from programming. We're going to reprogram that a little bit because it's important for us in a combat situation. Because when you're in combat and you get hit, if you react emotionally or you have a pain response to that, it takes away from your effectiveness as a fighter. You need to be able to respond to the pain, to the blows, without the pain reflex so you can better defend yourself. That's another story. Anyway, that's just one simple example of understanding how to train your autonomic, ultra-powerful lizard brain so you're much more effective in real life. It goes way beyond that. So I put out that Lizard Wizard course to help people with that. It's an introduction. And unlike all the other courses that you may see out there about mind training and psychology, this stuff is very pragmatic. It's very pragmatic. It's based on a solid foundation and the understanding of the power of that lizard brain. And so once you understand how it works, the relationship between your lower brain, your higher brain, and the lizard brain, you become a much more effective individual, much more capable individual. Again, so what I did, I incorporated concepts and ideas and techniques from my martial arts, from my meditative practices, from psychology, that was my major in university, and even my business experience, just raw experience. Very practical, very usable. So understand, take away from this particular video, your perceptions of reality are really dictated largely by this primitive yet very powerful and sophisticated lizard brain. And it dominates your logical self. We used to believe that we were logical creatures, humans, and everything was decided through logic. But what the sciences has showed us, the modern sciences, Kahneman, Cialdini, these are famous psychologists. Kahneman won the Nobel Prize. They discovered that actually no, the captain of our ships is the lizard brain, and it overrides our logic constantly. It literally transforms our reality based on things we discussed in this video and many other things. So if you understand the rule book, if you understand how the lizard brain works, you can use it, the supercomputer. You can leverage a supercomputer to your great advantage. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. I'm Uncle Steph. So I put this out because I want to let you guys know I'm recording this mid-November 2024, and I plan on releasing Lizard Wizard 2. I'm not sure what I call it. And I plan on expanding on that. And I think it's going to be the most impactful thing I've ever put out. And I put out a lot of courses and lots of videos, over 2,500 videos, I think it is, on YouTube. And no videos of me pushing cats into water. It's all pure technique. It's all pure information. A lot of it's programming because I'm a software developer and business. But yeah, the Lizard Wizard stuff, that's where it's at, man. That's where it's at. And I've had many people tell me it's had the most profound impact in terms of their lives doing that training. So more to come. Let me know what you think about this discussion. Links in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me 2 thumbs down. Show me how much you hate me. If you like my long hair, give me a thumbs up. And that's about it. Cheers. you.